So I've been having a lot of people around me on Twitter actually complaining, saying that, well, while Trump is president, that this is like a sinking ship of a country and there's no way to avoid it, and blaming the Trump supporters for actually making this country a sinking ship. I only have a few words for that. Why are you on a sinking ship so much, and why are you complaining about it? I mean, seriously, if you feel that the country is a sinking ship and that the country is going down because of Trump being president, then why don't you leave the country? I mean, a lot of celebrities said that they were going to go to Canada for this, and because if Trump won, but yet I don't think that any one of them actually left. I would say some of the average people probably left to Canada, but I wonder why they leaving to Canada and they support open borders and they don't really try to go to Mexico. I guess they noted that Mexico's a shithole of a country, so they don't want to go there. But they have other areas they can go. They can go to Japan, they can go to China, they can go to South Korea. I wouldn't suggest going to North Korea, but considering how you guys want to praise all these other people for all your decisions, maybe you should go there. Or you can just go to Russia or Iran, Iraq, a lot of other countries, or even Europe. But in my opinion, I say like this. If you don't like this country so badly, then get the hell out of it. And I know a lot of people say, oh, well, we still have to fight and everything. I'm like, then why don't you fight Kim Jong-un? Because guess what? He is a dictator. But yet you want to fight the people who really won't be in office that long. I mean, you want to say that Vladimir Putin is a dictator, but yet the people voted for him just like people voted for Trump. Now, the one thing I find that's very ironic about this is that the mainstream media keeps on progressinating, saying that, well, maybe Trump is a bad guy, he's always bad and all this other stuff, but yet they always keep on actually saying that he's racist now. At first they said that he was a Russian puppet, and now they're saying he's racist because of this whole Charlottesville thing. And I'm like, didn't Trump already denounce the Klans and David Duke multiple times? I mean, I've seen videos of him doing it. So why do you guys keep on mentioning the same exact thing? Do you think that us Trump supporters are just plain stupid, or you just don't respect us for our own opinions? But I guess considering that how they are, they like to attack us for our opinions. So yeah, that's how the Antifas do. And the Black Lives Matters. But the thing is, the Black Lives Matter seems like they just don't like anybody, same with Antifas. But yet nobody wants to denounce them. But yet, when it comes to black people, we denounce the Black Lives Matter and the Antifas, but yet we're seen as racist for doing so. Here's the thought. President Trump is not racist. And if you don't believe me, try looking it up and seeing what racist is. The thing is, it seems like a lot of these mainstream media are trying to be racist toward him by saying that, well, he's a bigot and all these other things, even though they don't even know why the hell they even want to say it. I guess because they honestly are with that Democratic and all this other stuff. They keep saying, oh, he doesn't have a support of Republicans. Here's the thought. Us Trump supporters don't care about the Republican Party. Hell, we don't even care about the Democrat Party or anything. We don't even consider Trump to be a Republican. Truth be told, we see Trump to be an independent person in the White House. They just get mad because Trump never had a seat in office or anything. He hasn't had a seat in the Senate or in the House or anything, but yet they want to demonize him because he was a businessman before he actually took office. And they just pissed off by that. But the thing is, I'm wondering, how come they didn't try to demonize him before he tried to become president? I mean, in year 2000, they could have demonized him then, but they never did. Why isn't that in the news? Oh, wait a minute, now I know why. It's because they didn't see any point of doing so. But now that he's president, now they want to slap labels on him saying that he's racist and all these other things. Here's the thought. He's not racist. If you believe that he's racist and you believe that all these things are saying that America's going downhill, here's the thought. Try looking at the economy. I guarantee you a million jobs being brought back into the country doesn't seem to be a sunken ship. And jobs coming back over 1 million? Here's the thought. Your President Obama never could even get that much in his 8 years and term. So tell me this. Why is it that this president, who's only been president for a few months, has gotten more things done than the president who's been there for 8 years? Why is it that you guys want to actually demonize the president just because he's not the president that you like? Here's the thought. You have 4 years of him, and if he does a good job, you'll have 4 more years of him, and at that point, he'll be gone. If you guys just don't like it, then move to a different country, wait until he's not president, then move back. That's all you really have to do. Because us Trump supporters, if Hillary Clinton would have won, we would just stood there and said congratulations to her. We wouldn't have had any bad will, ill will, or anything to her. Because truth be told, we feared that she was just going to commit war with Russia for no real reason, just because she said that they hacked her email, even though there's no actual evidence of that actually happening. But yet she wants to keep bringing it up. And if that would have actually have happened, tell me this: how come she didn't blame China? She didn't blame Japan. She didn't blame South Korea. She didn't blame Europe. She didn't blame any other country, but she wants to blame Russia. That's the one problem with her whole theory. But the one fact is that you want to blame Trump for racial dividends. Here's the thought: racial dividends was existing in this country for a long period of time. It's just that Obama actually made those stakes even higher, and Trump didn't do anything about it because he doesn't really have to do anything about it. Tell me, what does Trump have to do with black and white relations? Nothing. Sure, he should actually help black people see the meaning of their ways, but the thing is, there are certain black people who do. We can't help that Black Lives Matter will just be very stupid, racist jackasses who don't like white people for no real reason, just because of the past that they never actually experienced. And now they want to destroy statues of Confederate people. Here's a thought: with those who actually don't know their history are doomed to repeat it. And these jackasses don't really see that. But the one thing is, we see that Trump to be a very big inspiration, saying that you don't have to be an actual person who's actually in a political figure to actually win the presidency. That's what makes his presidency so historic. Just because Hillary Clinton's a woman doesn't mean that she should be president. All it means is that she has different genitalia than any other president who actually ran in office. That's all it proves. She didn't really run a good campaign. She only ran on, I'm a woman, you should vote for me because I have experience. But Trump doesn't have experience. We know this. But that's what makes him more qualified to be president, because we see the people who do have experience in this presidency are not very good at their job. Hell, the deficit, I didn't even know the deficit was at $20 trillion when Trump started until Fox News actually said something about it. Hell, I didn't even know the deficit was that high. Barack Obama's the one who brought it up that high, and Trump is actually bringing it down. Something that hasn't been happening for over 16 years, maybe even more. And yet the economy is booming from this, and guess what? The mainstream media, well, CNN, MSNBC, ABC doesn't even want to mention it and try to criticize them because of it. And I'm thinking to myself, why are they criticizing people for getting jobs? People trying to get their lives back on track. The coal mine industry is going back good. The country is actually starting to thrive again. Deals are starting to be made. ISIS is starting to die out. But yet the mainstream media wants to baby these things and say, oh, Russia, 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 oh, racist, racist, racist. But the thing is, they have no actual evidence of this happening. So guess what? If you don't like this country, if you think it's a sunken ship, then here's the thought: do like the people in Titanic and get off of it. Leave. We don't need you to make America great again. You're just a person who's just trying to procrastinate and saying that Trump is a bad person without any evidence, and trying to listen to the mainstream media trying to say he's a bad person. And thing is, the mainstream media doesn't even have evidence. Hell, they keep saying that polls saying that, oh, people are starting to dislike Trump, but yet, here's the thought: they kept saying that Hillary Clinton was going to win in their polls, but guess what happened? It didn't happen. Hillary Clinton lost. Get over it. He's not fascist. The people who are fighting fascists are the people who are fascists. The Antifas. The people who are fighting racists are the ones who are racist. Black Lives Matter. Trump is not trying to fight these battles that I don't believe of. Truth be told, he's trying to get this country to get back thriving again. But the thing is, these groups are the main people who are trying to hurt that actual theory. But the thing is, it's not doing the thing that they're thinking it's doing. Actually, all it's doing is hurting their community. And for the Antifas, if you guys feel so obligated to say that, well, we're fighting fascists, here's the thought: if you're fighting a good fight, why don't you take those damn masks off? Because guess what? Right now you look like members of ISIS. And if people start fighting you back with guns and stuff, don't get mad at them because you're fighting them. You guys the one who starts the fights? I guess it's just time for Trump supporters and other people just to finish him. You want to attack us, we'll attack you back. The only difference is we'll attack you back even harder. So I would suggest you stop and tell the mainstream media to stop. Because guess what? Their polls, we already don't believe them. We always think they're jokes. Their ratings are already tanking. So I suggest they just knock it off with all the fear-mongering. Definitely when it comes to the Democrats, they need to stop fear-mongering. They saying that Trump is going to destroy this country. Here's the thought: if your theory was correct, how come the country isn't already destroyed? That's the big deal about it. If the country was going to be destroyed, it sure as hell wouldn't be under Trump. It would probably been over Obama.